Hey YouTube, welcome back to the channel TÉCNICA-RC, and we're here at RCHR to give the RC10 4MID shakedown run. Take some laps, see how it feels, and go from there. See how it goes. The first couple of laps, I'm just filling the car out, just making sure that everything is working mechanically. I had a couple of issues with it. Two of the pulleys, the pulley on the lay shaft and the pulley on the actual output shaft from the idler gear, the set screws backed out. So I ended up stripping two spur gears. I thought it was just the motor was moving around or something. The motor plate had too much flex or something, but it turned out to be the two pulleys. Once I resolved, put some Loctite on the set screws. Everything was fine. Everything meshed correctly.
I don't know where the body's hitting at it. It's hitting somewhere.
Like I said, this is, I'm taking a couple of laps just to see how the car feels. Make sure that it's mechanically sound and nothing's coming loose or anything like that. I never really put a setup on this car. Whatever springs I had at home, that's what I put on it. The rear springs are a bit too short. They're actually buggy, modern buggy rear springs. And for this car, I'm gonna need to use the longer truck 12mm springs. So by using longer rear springs on this car, it'll allow me to adjust better the ride height. Right now I'm using high offset spring cups, and the shock collar on the trailer shocks is all the way to the bottom. So other than that, the car turns, it's pretty quick. The actual gearing on the motor is slow, but since I have limited movement or adjustment on the motor, I'm very limited as to what gears I can use. I used the 81 spur, and I started with a 30 pinion. Then I tried a 31 pinion, and I think I could go up to a 32, and the motor's still pretty cool. I mounted a fan to help with the heating, but it doesn't get hot at all. I suspect that it's not even over 100 degrees, because after 5 minutes of running it, I could hold my finger onto the motor and it doesn't burn. So yeah. So to test this car, I'm running a 13.5 Reedy Competition Plus motor, which is the same motor that I run on my B74.2. Like I said before, I can't gear it that high because I have limited movement of the motor. So with the 81 spur, I think the biggest pinion that I could fit is a 32. What I end up doing is I'll run a 10.5 on this car at Vintage Nationals if I decide to run this car. And then I'll use that Reedy 13.5 motor on my XX4, which I can gear it higher and get more speed out of it. And that should be more than enough to run these two cars. One of the biggest differences between this car and the B1.5 four-wheel drive is the width of the track. This car is a bit wider than the B1.5, and it's very stable around the turns, around the corners, even with the non-setup that I put on it, basically. With a little bit of tweaking, maybe a different damper package, and like I said before, longer rear springs. This car will handle great. Like I said before, it slaps every time it lands a big jump, which is not ideal, especially on dirt. On carpet, you barely notice it because you know it's everything is so nice and smooth and plush. But you can tell that the car gets unsettled when it hits when it slaps the chassis on the back. So, like I said before, I'm gonna work on getting that rear suspension dialed, longer springs in the back, maybe limiters in the front, shock absorbers. And try it out. The steering, there's a lot of steering there. Like I said, on carpet is you have to glue the sidewalls because if not, the car is going to traction roll. And I'm using old tires on front and the back. So, but other than that, the car runs in this form is a lot better than the B1.5 four-wheel drive. I'm gonna hand the radio to somebody so I can go down to the track and record some slow-mo videos.
Eric, drive it so I can record some slow-mos. But it's okay, right? For what it is, right?
It's real, like, the front end needs weight.
Yeah.
Which is amazing because that's a freaking transmission in the front that shouldn't be there. But just because of that, like, that longer tower and the bigger shocks and everything, it almost just feels like it's like this.
Yeah.
Like the nose is very light.
Yeah, I think I need shorter shock shaft. Or maybe limiters in the front to keep
It's
it.
very bouncy in the front.
Yeah.
Like over every little thing, it's like a little bit of weight in the front, you know?
Yep, ready by Rangers Nationals. If I don't sell it. 13.5.
Huh?
13.5.
Is it 13?
Yeah.
Oh, slow.
Yeah. It's under geared. Yeah.